I've already applied my shadow base, which is a primer. So I'm just going to go ahead and use my primer brush to spread out the primer more and use my finger to go over it. So before you start your eyeshadow application, you want to feel the bone structures of your eye area. The upper side of your lid, which is in the crease area, you have your brow bone over there, and in your crease area, mostly your crease area, you want to place your matte eyeshadows. You don't want to put a shimmery eyeshadows there, except you want something like more like a fashion makeup look or runway makeup look, or you're trying to achieve something different. But if you are going for like a normal day look or a beauty makeup look, you want to use a matte eyeshadow in this area and also your shimmery eyeshadows in your lid area, so that it gives you a dimension, you understand? So now before I will start, I would like to, I normally use a powder as my first transition color. And what your transition color will do, it helps your other eyeshadow blends well. So I'm going to be using a precise blending brush. It's not domed and it's not fluffy, it's a bit stiff kind of. So I'm going to be applying this powder into my crease area and a little bit above my crease area. So this is what I will do. So I'm going to be using the powder. I'm going to be applying the powder into my crease area and a little bit above my crease area. These are the areas where you will want to apply your matte eyeshadows, so that it makes any hooded parts recede. Like I have a bit of hooded lid, so hooded eye, sorry. So applying a matte eyeshadows here help me to make that area recede, make it look as if it's deep set. So now I'm going to be going into a more deeper shade, which is this one. It's a powder as well, and I'm going to be using Real Techniques shadow base brush to do that. So now I'm going to be placing this a little bit below the first color that I placed earlier, which is the powder. This is also a powder as well, but it's darker than the first one. Can you see, like, it's going to give that area a dimension and make it look as if it's receding. First of all, for my crease area, I like to use matte eyeshadows, because in that part you don't want it to look too shiny, because when you want to place anything that has to do with shimmers and matte, you want to relate shimmers to light and you want to relate matte to darkness. Let me put it that way, because in any part of your face that you want it to pop and come out, you want to use anything shimmery on that part. And if you want any part of your face you want to recede, you want to hide, you want it to look as if it's not obvious, you want to use a matte eyeshadows. Matte eyeshadows usually manipulate. For my crease color, this is your crease color. In your eyeball area, that's where your crease color, that's where your crease is. So I'm going to be using Real Techniques shadow base brush to apply that, and I'm going to be going into this purple, deep purple eyeshadow, and it's matte. So I'm just going to be taking that into my brush and I'm going to be applying that into the crease area. This is my crease area. So I'm just going to put that into my crease area and blend it inward a little bit. For my other color, which is the darker color, I'm going to be using this dark brown. It's more like a cool tone brown. It's darker than the first color that we placed earlier, and I'm going to be using the same brush to apply that. And I'm also going to be concentrating that in the same area which I applied the first color, just to have like a dimension in that area. So I'm going to be applying more. For my lid color, this is where I will put my shimmery eyeshadows, and to do that I'm going to be using a flat edge brush. This is what I will use to apply my eyeshadow. This is big and it comes into, this is the other one. If you have a small eyelid, you will use this one to apply it, but because I have a space on my lid, I want to use this one. And before you apply your eyeshadow, it's not really necessary, but if you feel the eyeshadow is not really distributing well on your lid the way it appears in the palette, you want to like spray your brush, and I'm using a setting spray to do it. But if you don't have a setting spray, it's not necessary you use that. You can use water. Just dampen your brush a little bit. Don't wet it to the extent that it drips water. Just dampen it a little bit so that it packs more of the eyeshadows and distribute it well on your lid. So I'm just going to be running that all over the eyeshadow. And this eyeshadow is from Early Pride. It's their baked eyeshadow, so it's from Early Pride, and that is what I also use as my highlight. So I'm going to be running my brush into that, then I'll pat it on my lid. I'm trying to extend the lid color a little bit into the crease area so that it gives my lid a wider lid. It makes it look wider. So I'm going to be using that Real Techniques brush, and I'm going to be using that to blend the lid color with the crease color. So if you're okay with this, you can just go ahead and do some touch up, like blend the edges, then you draw your liner. If you want to darken your outer corner of the eye, so I'm going to outer V corner of the eye, let me put it that way. So I'm going to be going into another more precise pencil brush, which is this one. So I'm going to be using this kajal. It's from Oriflame. It's called the One eyeliner. It's called the One Kajal eyeliner. Super matte, and it dries very, very fast, so you need to work very fast when you're using it. So I'm just going to place that at my outer corner of the eye. So if you're applying your eye makeup, this part where I'm placing this kajal, don't put your shimmers there. Don't put your shimmer eyeshadows there, your shimmery eyeshadows there, because it won't give your eye a dimension. It won't lift it up. So I'm just going to go into a more precise pencil brush for the outer corner, or you call it outer V corner of the eye, just to like quickly blend it out, because as I said earlier, this kajal dries very, very fast. So I'm just going to like run that pretty fast. This is what I will do. Once I'm done with that, you want to go with a clean blending brush and just blend the edges of the eyeshadows together. So that it looks very smooth and nice. To line my upper lash line, to line my upper lash, I'm going to be applying a Forever 53 eyeliner, liquid eyeliner. So for my falsies, I'm going to be applying this false eyelashes. It's from Red Cherry. I've already applied the eyelash adhesive to it, and this one is like a gray color. It's not black, it's gray. So I'm just going to be using my tweezers to apply that. To apply your lashes, you need to apply your lashes, you're going to use your tweezers to hold it in the middle. Hold it not too firm so that it doesn't spoil the shape. Then you try and like lift your head up a little bit. Then you want to hold onto the lashes properly so that it doesn't fall off. Then what you will do, what I normally do is I will use the lashes to pull down my natural lashes so that I'll be able to place it into the lash as close to the lash line as possible. So this is what I will do. I'll place it, I'll make sure I secure the center of the falsies to my natural lashes before letting it go. So once I've done that, then I'll go ahead, stick the edges together. I'm just going to use my hand to like push it into the lash line properly, so that every part of the lash forces sticks to my lash line. So now that I'm done with that, I'm going to go into that same shadow that I used on my lid. I'm going to be going into that, and I'll use a pencil brush to apply that into my brow bone side, my brow bone. So these are the places where I will apply my shimmery eyeshadow. For me, I don't like to extend my brow bone highlight into the brow edge area. I just like to leave it underneath my brow bone area. I'm just going to like blend this part here all together. So now that I've already fixed my lashes and I've done my brow bone highlight, I'm going to go back into the first eyeshadow, the matte eyeshadow that I used. I'm going to go back there and do some touch up to my crease area. So I'm going to go into the first color, the deep one that we use, which is with the purple. I'm going to apply that above, a little bit above the one that we used earlier. So I'm going to go into my brush and apply my powder, the first one that we use as the transition color, just to go over the edges of the eyeshadows and blend it out. I'm going to go in with another shade, which is a red eyeshadow, just to give it a bit of tint to the edges of the shadows. So now I'm going to go back to that deep brown and just put that in my crease area. Now I'm not going to extend it, just leave it in my crease area. So now that I've done that, I'm going to be going back to the shimmery eyeshadow. So I'm going to be using my mascara. It's also from Oriflame and it's called the one. Just going to be using that to merge my lashes. Then for my waterline, I'm going to be applying the kajal that I use at my outer corner of the eye. Then I'm going to be using the mascara, applying the mascara that just to bring out my lower lashes. Then I'm going to like go back to the eyeliner just to fill the parts that have the eyeshadow, just to conceal the part that the eyeshadow fallout is on my lashes. another area which I would like to apply my shimmery eyeshadows is the inner corner of my eye, which is the tear dot. So I'm going to be going into that shimmery eyeshadow that I used earlier on my lid. I'm going to be applying that in my tear dot area. Then I'm going to extend it into the lid so that it doesn't have any demarcating line. Just blend it into the lid area. If you want, you can extend the shimmery eyeshadows to your under lash line, that's your lower eye area. This part here, you can extend it there, but for me, I would like to leave it in the inner eye corner so it gives my eye a flatter in that area. Then for my matte eyeshadow, I like to smudge it under my eye area, like the colors we use in the crease area. I like to use it, I like to place that in my lower lash line, underneath my lower lash line. So these are the places that I like to put my matte eyeshadows. And you need to use a more precise pencil brush to do that. So I'm just going to use my brush to dust out my under eye area, just to dust off the shadows that falls on my skin. So, and this is it. This is how I normally apply my shimmery and my matte eyeshadows. I hope I was able to explain well enough for you to understand. Thank you for watching.